Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot second since I have sat here and filmed for you guys. The last video you guys saw from me was my esthetician kit, like what's in it, and I wanted to do like a follow-up video. I had such a good response from that video. I really want to thank you guys, everyone who took the time to reach out to me, whether it was in the comments or on social media. I graduated school and taken my state board test, so I am a licensed esthetician. Woo! And I really wanted to walk you guys through my experience, any more tips and tricks that I have. I really want to share that with you guys because personally I didn't really have anyone to guide me through this process. I didn't really know anybody else that had gone through this same process, like I said, so I really wanted to help you guys out. First and foremost, like I mentioned in my last video, there are a for-profit route and a non-profit, I guess, kind of route to go with. So you can go with a private school that specializes in beauty, so cosmetology and aesthetics, barbering and such, or you can do what I did, and this one is a little bit harder, I will say, is to find a community college that does have a cosmetology aesthetics program. Personally, that is the most cost-efficient way, and definitely I feel as though a better education, and I will go into the reasons why. I'm not saying that if you went to a for-profit that you didn't learn anything or you're not going to learn anything. I just feel like you are better prepared and you have more on your side when it comes to the non-for-profit route. And this is coming from someone that has seen both sides. Like I mentioned in my last video, my mom did work for a beauty school for 5 years that was for profit. I went to Citrus College, which is in Glendora, California, and that is a community college. So with the for-profit, like the name says, it's for a profit. And sadly, the way that the systems are kind of put together, they do a lot to profit off of students, and I'm not saying that all teachers there, all administrators there, you know, don't care about the students' future, but money comes at a higher priority than your education, sadly. From my experience, and I guess this is what I see, it is the bare minimum for a lot of money. Like I advised you guys in the last video, I really think that a school should provide you with 50-50, which is 50% spa, 50% getting you ready for state board, because spa is what gives you the experience that you're going to need to dive straight into the industry, and state board, you do need that. It is a crucial part to pass in order to obtain your license, and I think an even amount of both is what's going to prepare you the best. Going into the background of things, a community college or a state-run school does have curriculum and is regulated by someone other than a board of something, you know. So a school, a for-profit school, can decide to teach you what they want, how they want, and whatever time they want. Usually a state-run school has a curriculum that goes through people, but has stricter requirements, if you will. I just find it to be a better experience overall. A lot of the for-profits, like I said, will do the bare minimum, and things such as like using certain machines and certain speakers coming in and certain classes are not provided for you. Our advanced trainings are not provided to you for free. They're an extra added cost on top of the high tuition that already is in place. Like I said, I personally paid a little under $1,000 out of pocket, but there is financial aid available since it is a state school. You're eligible for the same grants, the same loans that anyone attending a state school is. So paying for your tuition, paying for books, stuff like that, that is an option. It was, unfortunately, I didn't qualify for those, but you might. So things like advanced waxing classes, advanced chemical peels were things that we were able to have, but we did know that other schools traditionally do, you would have to pay more money for. So I mean, it's like a hit or miss, and I know that a lot of schools in certain areas don't offer cosmetology and aesthetics at the community college level, and it's really unfortunate. But things that you could do to look into your particular school, if they are a for-profit, would definitely be the rate of passage, the rate of how many students pass, where their students end up working, past student experience, and look for that on your own. Don't look to them to show you how their students' experience were, because I mean, I would just trust finding my own sources than from their own mouth, kind of. But at the same time, going to a for-profit could be beneficial in the sense that since you're paying a lot more, it has the potential to have more state-of-the-art equipment if they do choose to funnel their money correctly, and it could mean the opposite for state-run schools. Fortunately, I went to a school that was very well budgeted and really had a good amount of resources available for their students. So that is like my 2 cents on kind of looking into 2 different schools, and the reason that I lean a little bit more towards state-run schools. I definitely think there's so many avenues to go with aesthetics. You can go into, you know, the medical aspect of it. You can go more into the foo-foo spa type stuff of it, and then there's specialties. So I think that school, or by the time that you are in school, I would take advantage of being exposed to all of these realms, from treatments to waxing to eyelashes to just facials, like regular facials, and really find your niche. I really did enjoy treatments. I really did enjoy you know, the waxing and the facials part of everything. Personally, I started working in my field, I guess you can say, during the time that I was in school. I started working in like a couple months before I graduated as a front desk girl, but it gave me a good passageway into the atmosphere that I was going to be in, you know, dealing with customers and clients and stuff like that. So I found my niche pretty fast, but I definitely think that, you know, not being scared to try new things. I know I was scared of like waxing. I just have a low pain tolerance, so you know, I just had to get over that. But things like that, push yourself to everything that you're exposed to, and really spend this time kind of seeing what you will like after graduating, because you think that, you know, you have a year to think about everything and all this, but graduation comes in like a blink of an eye. It really does. So yeah, and leading into working while a student, I think that that is a fabulous idea. Working while you're in school in somewhere that you see yourself potentially growing into is a really good idea. That's personally the route that I took, and it really is a really so I keep saying really it's great transition. You know, already being accustomed to your coworkers and the atmosphere and the day-to-day life in a salon and stuff like that. It's really great. So that is one of my tips for you guys as well. And then state board. that can be its own video. But definitely state board. I think that if you know, if you really did hit the books throughout the entire time you were in school and you really absorbed all that knowledge, I know that it's so much information. It truly is. It amazes me how much we actually absorb during school. It's quite ridiculous. But I think that if you do hit the books good, study and really absorb the knowledge, a state board will come easy to you, and it's more of your nerves that will get to you. But being prepared, really taking like 2 to 3 weeks prior to study at least like 4 times a day. And I know it can sound extreme, but trust me, you will feel so confident going into that test if you really allow yourself the time to study, absorb the knowledge. Milady's online testing system is by far the greatest tool that I had in my arsenal. I seriously lived on that website for like the weeks leading up to my state board. And if you guys do want another video on like state board or anything specific like that, go ahead and leave that down below. I hope that you guys learned some tips and tricks from this video, from my experience. And if you guys have any more questions, like I said, I love doing these. I love trying to help you guys because like I said, I didn't have anyone to guide me through this. So please do not hesitate to ask me down below if you have any questions, if you're looking into it. I know some of you are starting your esthetician courses, and I'm super excited for you guys. Good luck out there and really hit those books hard. Alrighty, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.